Hoes. Hoes.
Good morning, love bugs. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Vlogmas. Today, as you can see, I am in the bed. I look a mess. I got my little festive holiday sweater on that I got from Walmart about 4 years ago. I found it in my sweater basket that I got from the storage unit a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, you know what? I've been looking for this. I forgot I've been looking for it. But I honestly forgot. I knew I had something Christmassy in there, but I didn't know what it was. But this was it. So we're just chilling today. We're just gonna chill and talk, have a little chit chat while I edit my video. Um, but yeah, I think today I just wanted to talk about the importance of mental health, like during the holidays, because I know seasonal depression is a real thing. Seasonal depression is very real. I know I've gone through it as well personally myself, especially since my grandmother was sick and now she's transitioned to, heaven and things like that. So I think this year is gonna be a little different for me because it's like reality. Yeah, granted she was sick and she wasn't in a state that I could talk to her the last few years, right? But I think it hits a little bit different this year because physically I know she's not with me. Like, not in the flesh, she's not here. Spirit wise, she's with me. I feel like she's with me all the time. Like, she's always around me, she's always protecting me. But it's just different. So I just wanted to kind of jump on and kind of, because I know I can't be the only one who's, feels this way or may have a loved one who's not around or someone, family members that you can like kind of reach out to and go out to. So things like that. So I just feel like I wanted to come on real quick and just kind of like share some things that I personally do during the holiday season when I found myself a little down or a little, just mentally not all there. Like I have to feel like I have to put a little bit more effort into making me happy throughout the month. And I feel like that normally kicks off with like Thanksgiving for me. Like Thanksgiving is where it normally starts because I know my grandmother, she always had like certain traditions that she would do and certain things that she would cook. And it's like, dang, man, I'm never going to get to experience that again. Like, I have to set my own traditions now. I have to make sure that, you know, me and my family can set our own, like, not rituals, but our own, like, what do you call that? What's the word I'm looking for? Traditions, like our own traditions. We have to set our own traditions moving forward. And it's just crazy, man, because certain days I get down. Certain days I'm just like, oh my gosh, like it's like a trigger. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes certain days it's just like a trigger for me because I'm just like it just hits me. I'm just like, you know what? I'll never be able to experience this again. Like one of my favorite dishes that my grandmother would make every year for Thanksgiving and Christmas, even though we didn't celebrate the holidays like that, she would still find a way to incorporate those dishes into the meal. So, granted, she didn't cook on the holiday a lot. It was more so catered towards a few days prior or the day before or the day after. Because I don't know if I told y'all, but I was raised as a Jehovah Witness, so we didn't celebrate holidays at all. I didn't celebrate any holidays, any birthdays, anything like that. 4th of July, all of that was out the window. Like we didn't do it. My grandmother didn't play that, but she found a way to make it work for us, so that way we would still have a meal. And it was normally a larger meal around those time frames, but it was good. Like my favorite dishes she would make will always be her ham. Well, my grandfather would make the ham with the glaze. I just love a good ham. My grandfather would make the ham, the traditional way with the pineapples and all of that good stuff on it. And then my grandmother would always make like the turkey. The turkey was really good. She would make the turkey, or she would make like a hen, like a She used to call it an oven stuffer. The older people, she used to call it an oven stuffer. She like, I'm gonna put that oven stuff in the oven. I'm like, Mom, what is an oven stuffer? I don't know what that is, girl. But she ended up making that. But one of my favorite dishes with hers was always her sweet potatoes. She used to make really good sweet potatoes. And then she would also make really good corn pudding. Listen, we are from up north. Like my grandmother is from Virginia, raised in like New Jersey, Maryland area. My grandfather's from Virginia, Alberta, Virginia. So, they from like, is that considered up north? Virginia is considered up north, right? I would think so. So, honestly, it might not be that part because that's like the country where they was at, baby. That's like the sticks. Um, but yeah, so corn pudding was one of her favorite dishes to make for me, and I would request it every year. It's basically like cream corn, but it's like how I explain it. It's giving more so like cinnamon, nutmeg. It's kind of like a sweet potato. Wow, the sweet potato, like the same ingredients that you would use with the sweet potatoes you would put in the corn pudding. I loved it because it was delicious. It was just good. Like it was one of my favorite dishes that she would make. So I kind of like want to keep that memory of that tradition going. I've tried to make corn pudding before. It didn't. It did not taste like. It did not taste like hers at all, child. It came out like baked, cause child. So I tried to make the corn pudding right. I got all the ingredients. I asked I think this was years ago. So I think I had ended up asking like my aunt the recipe or something like that, and I tried it, but I didn't know to mix the egg right. Like whisk the egg, like make sure it was like all of that. So I just put the egg in there. Child, why the corn pudding came out like baked egg casserole with corn in it. It was a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess, but I tried to make it do what it do. I actually should try to do it again. Now that I kind of know what I need to do, I'm gonna try to do it again. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna try to do it again, and I'm gonna see how it comes out. But yeah, that was one thing I kind of remember that makes like kind of like this puts a smile on my face during the holiday time is to remember the good things. I feel like remembering those traditions that you and your family had or have is very important. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to create your own traditions as well in the process. Like I said, holidays can get a little depressing, man, because we're just so used to certain things being a certain way. The weather can contribute to depression. I know when I lived in Atlanta, it was always gray. It was always gray between like January, I'm gonna say like December and like February. February and March is when it would kind of like end and we'll start getting more sun. But baby, it used to be gray for 5, 6 days. You wouldn't get no sunlight. You wouldn't get nothing. I feel like that also contributes towards like seasonal depression because you're in a gloomy environment. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I think it's important for you if you notice that you are in a gloomy environment for a long period of time, book that flight, take that trip, go on vacation, book you a trip to an island, come to Miami, come to Florida because down here, baby, it's gonna be hot. We will have good, little cute little weather during the daytime. But at night it might get a little chilly, but during the daytime, the weather is perfect. That's what I love. I will say that's the one thing I do like about Florida. If I don't like nothing else, y'all know I don't like a lot, is the weather. The weather is cute. The weather is cute. So I will say that book a flight, and you don't even need to go have a whole group with you. You can honestly just go by yourself. Book you that solo trip, sis. Book you that solo trip, bro. Go on that trip. Go on that trip. Make sure your mental is where it needs to be during a holiday. You know what I'm saying? If you find yourself snowed in the house for 4 or 5 days, baby, book that flight and go. Because at the end of the day, you have to live that life for you. You have to be happy for you. You have to bring that joy back. I feel like you are responsible for your happiness. You know what I'm saying? You can't rely on others to make you happy. You just can't. You have to be in control of those things. And I feel like some people don't understand that. And it took myself a while to understand that too. I ain't even gonna hold you. Because I feel like I'm such a type of person who it's always like high energy, always bubbly, always want to laugh and joke. But when I go home, I would find myself kind of like down because I'm just like, damn, I am super, you know, engaged or active or just having a ball around my friends. But when I go home, I found myself just being like, like blah, like what's wrong? And I'm just like, it's because you're not doing things that make you happy. You're doing things to make other people happy. You being a light in all these other rooms, but when you get home, your light is dim. You know what I'm saying? You're dimming your own light. So you are in control of your happiness. I will strongly say that. And I think ever since I understood that, it's made a change in my life. It's made a change in my life. Also, therapy made a big change in my life too. I think when my grandmother ended up getting sick in the beginning of 2018, well, not the beginning, but in 2018 when she started getting sick and when she had her situation, therapy was important for me. Baby, therapy was important because I didn't know how to, I won't say I didn't know how to live, but I didn't know how to function correctly, y'all. Like, I just didn't. I didn't know how to function right. I just felt myself being depressed all the time. My grandmother was like the glue to me. Child, I was her first grandchild, the first grandbaby. So I, of course, got the most time or whatever the case may be with her when it came to that because I was the first and she raised me. I was like her child. I was her child, okay? Baby, grandma, I was grandma baby. So I think I would find myself really depressed when it first happened. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just crazy how I say this throughout the course of everything. Therapy has helped me so much. And I was raised to think therapy was for people who are crazy. Let's talk about it. I feel like we are conditioned, especially in my community, the Black African American community, we are conditioned that crazy people go to therapy, right? Let's talk about it. We're conditioned that crazy people go to therapy, but that is not the case. That's how I was raised to believe that crazy people are the only ones who need therapy. Oh, you go to therapy, something wrong with you. No, baby, it's not the case. That's not the case. Therapy is very good for people who need it. I feel like ever since I went to therapy, and I went to therapy last year too, because I just felt like I needed to work on me. I needed help. I needed to really evaluate some things in my life and understand, hey, this is what you need to work on because generational trauma is very real. You know what I'm saying? Mommy issues, daddy issues, like just it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot. But I felt like I needed to go through therapy in order to pinpoint those triggers for me and grow. I did. I had to. I had to, y'all. Because it was just, growing up was a lot for me. And I'm not going to say it was bad, because I know my family loved me, but it was definitely a lot to go through. You know what I'm saying? And I met my mom at 18. That was another thing I always was wondering, like, where she was at. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like a lot. It was a lot. Now, I met my mom before that. However, I don't remember, certain things that took place. So when I say I met her at 18, that's when I could physically remember meeting her. Yeah, I don't really remember. Like, I seen the pictures when I was a baby and stuff like that with her. But that was really it. I didn't like, no, nothing else. Like, I hear the stories. I hear, oh, you did this, you did that. But I don't remember none of that stuff. Like, none of it. But yeah, so I say this to say, go to therapy, get you some help. That's another thing that helps me during the holiday time. If you feel like you need to reach out to a therapist, do that. Reach out to a therapist, talk to them, let them know how you feel. If you have a friend that you can lean on, say, hey friend, can we talk? Talk to your friends. I talk to mine all the time. Baby, Brian and Mike be on me. It's like Thelma and Louise. They be on me. If I do something wrong, child, they gonna eat me up. They gonna eat me up. Vice versa. They all know that. We all know that. We. I think the three of us have a brotherhood where it's like just genuine connections. And I found myself coming across people who I've met in the past, certain friends who just was just in the moment friends. And we don't need and we need in the moment friends. You know, when we go out and stuff like that. But when it really comes down to the nitty gritty, can those friends be there for you in times of need? You know what I'm saying? And I would kind of find my friends, like certain groups I was in, they weren't. They weren't for me when I needed them. But that's okay because you know what they got now? Gone. Out the way. Out the way. Gone. Because I don't have time to deal with that. Therapy has helped me so much in reevaluating so many things in my life. Child, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. And I say, like I'm going to say it again because I'm going to repeat myself. Book that appointment if you feel like you need a therapist because it does help. It does help. It does help. I don't care how you were raised, what your family told you, because I know mine has told me it was for crazy people. It's not. It's for people who want to better themselves, who want to make sure that they can hit those past traumas and those generational curses and get them out of the way. And get them out of the way. Get them out of the way. Another thing that I kind of see myself struggling with throughout the holidays is just being that I don't have family here. It's kind of different. It's different. It's very different. Being that my dad is here, but you know, me and him, our relationship is up and down. So it'd be different. I used to be able to go to Brian and Alex's house, but of course they have transitioned and moved on to Atlanta. So it's like now I found myself on holidays. Well, I can't say I found myself now on holidays because I went to Darren's house for Thanksgiving, but I'm in the house more by myself throughout the holiday time now that Darren's gone. So, you know, eventually that's going to change as well once we get under one roof. But I would say for those who are alone, definitely, I say take that time to focus on you. I would say maybe reach out to a local organization and see if you can do some community work, you know, give back work. Reach out. Maybe go to the local food bank, give out some food to those in need. I feel like spending time around others who may be in a similar situation will kind of like make you feel a little bit better because there are a lot more people out there in the world who are a lot less privileged. You know, they're less privileged than us. They may not have the roof over their head. They may not have the hot water. They may have 3, 4 kids and can't get their kids no gifts. So I feel like giving back is one big thing in the community that we should really focus on as well. Um, Buy yourself a gift too. If you feel like, hey, I don't have nobody buy me no Christmas gift. Buy the gift. Treat yourself because you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve to be treated to something as well. Hell, buy you a gift, have them wrap it up, send it to yourself, put it under the tree for you, and open it up on Christmas. Because at the end of the day, it's about you and your happiness. If that makes you happy, do it. Cause I know, baby, I'll buy me a gift in a heartbeat. I'll buy me a gift, wrap it, and put it underneath the tree. Hell, I'm gonna do that this time and open them up like, oh my God, Santa. No, Santa is me. Santa is me. But yeah, I think we all struggle through it. And I just want us to, you know, fight, man. Like, just come through it together. Like, we got this. We got this. I know it's hard. Seasonal, I want to say seasonal. Seasonal depression is very real. But we can fight the battle, y'all. We really can. We just got to do things that make us happy. Keep ourselves busy in the moments where we feel like we may wonder. Yes, it's good to think about it, but if you feel like you are thinking about it 4 or 5 days in a row and it's driving you to the point where you don't want to eat, you don't sleep, just try to do something that will uplift you in that moment. So it might take your mind off of it for a little while. And I think those are the better days. It's light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a reaction for every action, right? So just take that time to focus on you. Focus on you. Reach out to a family member. Reach out to a friend. Say, hey, you want to go check out some Christmas lights? You want to go check out a Christmas bar? If you like to have a little cocktail like I do, you want to go check out a Christmas bar? Let's go check out a Christmas bar. Let's see how it is. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like there are things to do during the holiday time to keep you busy. And that's what I honestly, if y'all know I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to keep myself busy because I do get seasonal depression. I've had it, and I found myself really dwelling these past few days on my grandmother because it's just like the holiday. It's just like, damn. And then my family brings it up. Like, oh, this is the first year without grandma, first year without mom, and everything's just going to be so different. I'm like, you're right. It's going to be different, but we can make it through it. I feel like that's when the family as a whole needs to come together. But, child, that's another topic. That is another topic. But no, I just kind of wanted to chit-chat with y'all for a little bit. Just to chit-chat and send some love because I feel like I need to love on my love bugs a little bit more, especially around this season because we're all going through something one way or the other. Even outside of the holidays, we all going through stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to come check in on y'all and share some things that I do, share some love, share some light, and share some positivity because we gonna fight this, baby. We got this. Don't even stress yourself out. If you need to talk to me, y'all know the email address. Y'all want to send me a letter in the mail, the address is in the comments. I repeat, because I had a few ask me a couple of times. The address is in the comments. If you want to send a card, anything, the address is in the description. It's always going to be in the description forever and ever until I figure out where I'm going after this. But for now, we're going to keep that address. That's the mailing address. If you want to send anything, if you have, something you want to talk about, you want to send me a letter, you want to be confidential, we can do it that way. If you want to DM me, you can do that. If you want to just, write me, even write it in the comments. I can respond there too or reach out to you outside of that. Say, hey, Lorenzo, I just feel like I need a helping hand. And, I can share some advice. I don't mind sharing any advice with nobody who needs help. No advice. Hell, I might need to reach out to one of y'all at some point. Shoot. Because it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot. But I think that is going to wrap up today's chit-chat talk, wellness talk, how you doing talk, check-in talk. I just want to check in on y'all and kind of just, share my story and things, how I feel throughout the holiday, and things that I feel like I could just let you guys know, tips and tricks. Not tips and tricks, but, things that I do or I would do in order to calm down. Woosah. Fight that seasonal depression. But before I go down a rabbit hole again for another 22 minutes, or 23 minutes now, I am going to finish editing this video that has to go live for y'all in the next, what time is it? 10:09. Y'all know I do videos at 11. So I'm going to work on this video, and I will be R&B a little later on this evening with y'all. So I want to say peace and love and happy holidays to all my love bugs. And if you're new here, welcome on in. Come on, be a love bug. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will check in with y'all a little later. Okay, boos? Peace.
12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 Lord's 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids of nothing, 7 swans, 6 geese a laying, 5